So this little pamphlet goes over everything that I'm telling you today. So when you look in here, it's going to show you how to brush, how to floss, just like I've showed you. And then it's going to show you some pictures of what you don't want your teeth to look like. So if you look here, you can see these nasty pictures. And that's what can happen to your teeth and gums if you're not brushing real diligently like we told you to. You'll start to see that this enamel starts to break down, and when it does that, it's permanent. It won't ever go away. So we don't want to have you have that happen to your teeth. So each time you come in, we'll make sure that you're not missing anything, and if you are, we're just going to go over it again with you and maybe let you go brush without your wires in, just to make sure that we keep those teeth really healthy. We're also going to give you this. It's a prescription strength fluoride toothpaste. During the day you can brush with whatever you'd like, but at night if you'll brush with this right before you go to bed, it's going to keep you from getting any of those scars and cavities while you've got your brackets on. What you want to do is, because it's so concentrated, just use a small dab on your toothbrush like the size of a pea and brush really good. Spit out what's left, but do not rinse your mouth out. Leave what's left to coat and protect them overnight, and that will give you the best benefit. If you run out of this, we do sell it here in our office. It's just $10 to get a new one of these from us here at the office, or you can get them from your pharmacy. Generally, it's just your copay, but most of the time the copay is more than what we charge here in our office. So you want to be sure to follow this food list. We don't want to have a lot of broken brackets. If you do have a broken bracket, what's going to happen is your brace is going to slide on the wire. It's not going to be glued to your tooth anymore. So what you want to make sure you do is get behind it and brush really well. So the bracket, you can slide it over, kind of brush, and slide it back into place. And that will keep it clean and not looking funny for you when you smile. And then give our office a call, and we will determine at that time if it's an emergency and we will need to see you sooner, or if it's not an emergency, we'll change that appointment so that we can take care of it for you at that time. The most important thing is keeping your braces clean. So we're going to give you all of these things to help you with that. To start off with, we're going to give you a little kit here. Everything in it is replaceable. So if you need anything, you run out of it, you break it, let us know and we will give it to you at your next appointment. Our phone number is here on the top, so if you have any questions or need to get a hold of us for any reason, you can call us at that number. To start off with, in this kit, we're going to give you a 2-minute timer. We want everyone to brush for 2 minutes. If you are not brushing for 2 minutes, you're going to be missing something with your braces and you don't want to have any problems, so get the timer out. When you brush with braces on, you have to brush a little bit differently than you're used to. Most of the time, we're used to brushing flat on our teeth. And we can't do that when we have our braces on. We have to get underneath the brace, top and bottom. So what you want to do is take your toothbrush on an angle, push the bristles up underneath the brace, and do just little jiggles, not big brush strokes, because that just pulls those bristles out. Make sure you push it right up underneath there and jiggle. Count to 10 for each bracket. So count to 10, move forward a brace, push it up underneath there, count to 10, move forward a brace, push up underneath there, and just keep going all the way across. Now the danger zone is from the bracket to the gums. That's where most of our food and plaque gets stuck, and that's where it doesn't tend to get brushed off. So your lip is going to be here in the way. What you want to do is kind of push your lip up out of the way and bring your bristles down. Same way as from the bottom, and just sit and brush the same way. Just jiggle for 10 seconds, move forward a tooth, jiggle for 10 seconds, move forward a tooth, and go all the way across there. Also, don't forget to clean the biting surfaces and the insides of your teeth. You don't want to forget those, even though they don't have braces on them. We also are going to give you this little tool. It's called a Christmas tree brush. That's what we call it. It's kind of shaped like a pine tree. It's very flexible, nice to use anywhere. If you've got something stuck in between that you've missed when you've brushed, you can go back through and just kind of push those little bristles right in between there, and it will clean it out a lot better for you. These are also nice to have in your purse or in your backpack at school, so you can brush out something if it's stuck in there and you weren't prepared to take care of it. We're going to give you a little travel toothbrush to take with you to school. You can have this in your pocket or purse as well, or a backpack. You can flip it around like that, and if you go to lunch, you've got stuff stuck in your braces, you can brush just like I showed you, but just maybe a little quicker. Push those bristles up underneath there and jiggle, and that'll clean it out really quick for you, and then you can just put this back in your pocket and head back to class without anything stuck in your braces. Now flossing is also something that's very important, and we're going to give you this stuff. It's called Super Floss, and when you open up Super Floss, it comes out in a pre-cut section with this nice little end on it. And what's nice about this end is it can help you direct the floss a little better, because you have to get under your wire here in between two of your brackets in order to floss your teeth. So you take this little end and you pull it through, and then you can floss both sides of your teeth. Then you're going to slide it out, and you're going to take it into the next one. It's kind of time consuming, but really important. So just floss like that and take it out and go to the next one. If you get a little frustrated, I tell my patients to possibly floss the lowers at night, one night, and then the next night floss the uppers. And then that way they don't get frustrated, and as they get a little quicker at it, then they can do both. Now wax is something you do not have to use. Wax is something that if you've got a little piece of wire rubbing or poking your cheek or lips, you can use it to make it smooth until you can either get in here to get it taken care of or until your lip gets used to it. This is how you put on wax. Wax comes in strips like this. You just want to break off a little piece and roll it into a ball. Now if you've got a wire out the back that's sticking out and it's a little long, it doesn't show that on this model, but you can just take your wax and pat it around the back of that last bracket and around where the wire may be sticking out, and that will keep it from poking your cheek or anything until you can get in to see us. One trick with wax is the drier the bracket is, the better it's going to stick. So if you can kind of get the saliva off the bracket and then pat it on there, it's going to stick a lot better. Then you just pull it off like that and throw it away and just put new on each time until you can get that taken care of. Don't want to eat it. If you leave it on, you'll eat it. It'll come off with your food, but that's okay. It won't kill you.